What is going on here? None of my sites are pulling up. Parlor, gone. Let's look up my good buddy Brandon Struck and Walkaway. Gone. What is going on? I want to be perfectly clear that on behalf of everyone at the American Principles Project, we do not condone the actions of what happened at our nation's capital. Anyone that perpetrates crimes like this should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, regardless of political affiliation. This is what the majority of conservatives feel, whether we trust the president, support the president, whatever. Right is right and wrong is wrong, and we are able to call this out. But unfortunately, the media, the left, the Democrats, they refuse to do the same because this nation has gone through an entire summer of riots, of buildings being attacked, and unfortunately, children being killed by Black Lives Matter activists. If you don't believe me, take a look for yourself.
They say Black Lives Matter. You killed your own. Killed your own this time. Just because of barrier. They killed my baby because she crossed the barrier and made a U-turn. You killed a child. She ain't do nothing to nobody.
They didn't give us time to make a U-turn. They started shooting on my car before we could even make a U-turn. Shooting my tires out, like, why?
But Black Lives Matter.
My baby was shot in her bed.
Killing your own.
Nobody there to help
You
me.
killed an 8-year-old child.
Nobody.
She ain't did nothing to now one of y'all. She just wanted to get home to see her cousin. That's all she wanted to do. She just wanted to get home.
She had in my own.
That hurts just to look at it, and I find it perplexing that none of these groups, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, or any far left-leaning group has been censored on the big platforms of social media. They still have their Twitter accounts. They still have YouTube accounts, and they're still on Facebook, but yet people are dying, and over $1 billion of damage has been done by these groups and their anarchy and their treasonous behavior, but yet, they are not condemned and removed from social media. So it has something to do, is the mainstream media and big tech aligned with a particular political group? Now, of course, people would say they should not be, that we should be able to trust our media. We should be able to go on these platforms and voice our opinions, not spread violence, but voice political thought. Be able to disagree and put our ideas out there. There's nothing dangerous with sharing one's beliefs as long as it doesn't produce violence, I understand. But if you're going to police one side of folks who do some dastardly things, then why not police all of it? Not just censor one side and remove one side. Unless you are complicit and completely believe in what the other side is doing because you seem to not care. When little black girls like Sakaria Turner are killed by Black Lives Matter activists, say her name. You don't seem to care. You don't seem to remove these violent groups on the left because it falls along with maybe big tech's narrative to further divide this country. Well, at American Principles Project, we've had enough. And we are going to fight back the right way. And what we are asking you to do is to sign this petition that so many people from the right who are independent and even some Democrats surprisingly have said that they've had enough and they want this to stop. That big tech has grown too powerful and they need a check and balance system to make sure that they can never, ever silence a president of the United States ever again, or silence us, the people, when we choose our First Amendment right to speak and have our voices heard, only for us to be denied by the political agendas of big tech. So if you care about this country, let's proceed peacefully as Americans, but also stand up for what is right. Because even to Democrats, if you think this is cool on what's happening to conservatives, guess what? You think it's going to stop there? Absolutely not. Because they will come for you and anyone that does not capitulate. And guess what? That is not American.